So I've just got back from Croydon, the Dice Bar with the Surrey True Blues, probably about 50 odd Rangers fans in that tiny bar, to watch us lose a cup final 1-0. Now, there's a lot of talking points in this cup final. I don't want to come across as a bitter and biased fan whenever I do a review, which I haven't done for about 8 months or 9 months or so. I never want to come across biased. So the first thing I want to talk about is Fraser Forster. What a performance. That first long shot from Ryan Jack, I was standing up ready to clap and cheer thinking that we'd scored. But instead I was clapping one of the greatest saves that I genuinely think I've ever seen. It was just incredible performance from him. Man of the match, no doubt. But I think it does say a lot when your team has a keeper as man of the match. It shows that they've had a lot to do during the game. I think we're our own worst enemies, really, which is my second point I wanted to come on to. Our finishing was diabolical, particularly with Alfredo Morelos, a couple of shots towards the keeper, header he should have scored, and the penalty. I don't even know what to say about that. Morelos, personally, I haven't seen him take a penalty before for Rangers. Might be wrong. Obviously, I don't know everything. Fully expected to see Tav behind the penalty. But of course, I was confident to see Morelos there. He obviously wanted to get his first goal against Rangers, get his first goal for Rangers against Celtic. 11 games that he played against them. Takes up, steps the penalty, can't fault him for that. The shot was pretty terrible. I do think Tav would have done better, but Tav in big games taking penalties, particularly recently, he's proven to be just a bit lacklustre, really. On the whole today, I don't remember the last time that I've seen Celtic get dominated like that. Particularly if you consider their performances in Europe recently, they've been fantastic. In a cup final as well, to get dominated by us the way that they were, I don't remember a game like that. And also for the fact that their goal that they scored was illegitimate. Free kick, swung into Julien, he scores. Look, lovely finish, can't fault that. They had a chance, they took it. We didn't take our chances, but the chance that they did take, it was offside. Some people have been saying, look, it wasn't clearly offside, but for me it was. Look, a whole body in front of our defensive line. I don't think our defence did anything wrong for that particular free kick. They held their defensive line, played the offside trap. It was offside and the goal was given. But we had our chance to bounce back. We had that penalty. Frimpong, I think it was sent off in the 65th minute due to his clear obstruction of a chance by pushing Morelos over when he was in front of him, leading to Morelos going to ground. You know, he got a red card for that. As I said, we missed our penalty. Our own worst enemies and our finishing today. But on the whole, I think we as Rangers fans can leave with our heads held high based on our performance, but also we have a full right to be completely and utterly gutted about that game. Of course, I'm sitting in front of the camera now, far more composed than I was watching the game, swearing far less than I was watching the game and shouting far less than I was watching the game as well. So if any people take my reaction to be nonchalant, genuinely it's not. I think we kept players quiet today. Potentially Celtic would have attacked better if they started with a fit Edwards, but that wasn't the case. We even brought Morelos on to try and sort of bolster our attacking options. Yet again, I think, to my memory, the last time that we played Celtic and they got a red card was when I was there. 3-2 at Ibrox, Celtic won. It was about in the same time, I think about the 65th minute, that Celtic got that red card as well. And yet again, we couldn't capitalise on that. They seemed to play well with 10 men or 11 men. On the whole, I reckon if I was watching that as an unbiased fan, I'd really enjoy the game. It seemed, really physical. Both teams, I think, defended really well. Fraser Forster had an incredible game. Honestly, I don't remember the last time that I've clapped a keeper save. That was his save for Ryan Jack's shot. Fantastic. And before the game, my dad saw that Forster was starting ahead of Gordon, and he said the words that probably cursed us: Forster's a fantastic penalty saving goalkeeper. Fucking cheers, Dad. Cheers for that. Yeah, he was spot on though. Morelos sort of pings it to the left hand side, but nowhere near tucking it far enough. And Forster's a big guy. What is he, 6'7"? So all he needs to do is sort of dive the right way and hope that his body's big enough to get there. And sure enough, it was. But on the whole, I think if I was a Celtic fan, I wouldn't care that I would have won the way that we did. But from my point of view as a Rangers fan, I think it's a win absent integrity. you know, to score via an illegitimate goal. I think, might be wrong again, that was their only shot on target. Just gutted as a Rangers fan, totally gutted. And again, we got our right to be disappointed. On the whole, though, I haven't seen the possession stats, the official stats, the passes ratio, the shot ratio, possession, and so on. So I really want to go ahead and see that. But I think this really sums up my views in a video to a certain extent. If I were to rate certain players, I don't think a Rangers player particularly got above a 7.5 or an 8. I don't actually think anyone had a particularly poor game either. I've seen a lot of people slate Tab yet again, but I, in this game, would disagree. Barisic was really hard tackling. You know, who was Celtic's player? The black guy, really agile, seemed to turn our players with absolute ease. He was causing a lot of issues for us. And I think at one point in time, Kamara got a yellow card because he sort of dragged him back, because this guy was genuinely sort of so agile, just spinning past our players. So he seemed looked like a really good player as well, caused us issues. Brandon Barker came on, ran down the wing, tried to cut in, tried to pass the ball in, but Celtic were there to block. We had so many corners, we couldn't particularly do anything with them. We had a couple of free kicks as well, couldn't do anything with them either. Nikola Katic is brought on towards the sort of end of the game. That's when I start to think, we got a chance from corners now, because Katic loves a goal from a corner. Jermaine Defoe came on, as I said earlier, to bolster our attacking options. Joe Aribo picked up a yellow card. He was, I think he was a candidate to get sent off. So I think Gerrard did the right thing in pulling him off. Not like that. Gerrard did the right thing in taking him off of the pitch. And I think the referee for the first half an hour for me made the right decisions. Had a couple of howlers, but on the whole, I don't think I'm going to criticise him too much. But yeah, this pretty much sums up my summary of the game. If you're new around here, make sure that you subscribe. If you don't know what that is, hanging up in the background, that's the crest of Sons of Struve Football Academy. Go ahead and check them out as well. If you have any kids that want to join a Glasgow-based football academy, look it up. I'll put their link in the description as well, Sons of Struve Football Academy on Facebook. They're just fantastic. If you are new around here, make sure you like and subscribe for more. And if you disagree, please comment. This is Rangers Fans channel, but anyone can comment their opinions, because I'm putting mine out there. Make sure you put yours down in the comment section below as well. Other than that, on to Thursday. We got a big home game against BFC Young Boys. We just got to make sure that we win that and get the Europa League money. Other than that, take care and subscribe if you're new.